and welcome back, everyone. We're back here over at COSI, and it's spooky season, so people have been doing some trick-or-treating, and they're going to have the leftover candy. So, Alyssa.
Yeah.
How have things been over at COSI? And I've noticed a lot of candy down here, too.
We do have a lot of candy. Here at COSI, we love Halloween season, so let's get right into it. What are we going to do when we get candy at Halloween? We have some leftovers, maybe? We'll do some fun science, of course.
Yes.
So Liz, first what I have is a bag of Skittles. You can also try other candies with letters on them. But what I'll have you do is just put a few in that bowl, and let's put the S side up.
Okay.
Now, the S is actually held onto the Skittles with an edible glue. So what we're going to do is once you have a few in there and you're happy with it, we'll just pour some water over the top and let it go for a few minutes.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Now, like I said, it's edible glue, so it's going to get dissolved. And in a few minutes, hopefully, we'll see some of those S's float to the surface.
Excellent. And then you have another one of my favorites over here, all the gummies.
Yeah, gummy worms, gummy bears. So another thing you can do is that these can absorb water. So a fun experiment you could try out is if you put them in water, how big can they get? Now, I tried this last night. Some of these can look pretty gross when they get kind of big. So you can see how they started up and how they ended. So you can do an experiment at home. How long does it take for your gummy bear, your gummy worm to get really big? Does it still taste good like that?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Look at the contrast between these two. It like almost doubled in size.
It did. It got longer and wider.
And then you also have a plate of chocolate. This looks really good.
Everyone loves chocolate, right? Maybe not everyone, but I certainly do. So if your kids love chocolate, one fun thing, let's do a blind taste test. Can you tell the difference between these by smell, by taste? What about by look? Some of these you can probably tell what they are, but maybe not all of them.
Oh, I like that, and especially because there always seems to be that chocolate variety. Some of them could be a little more sneaky.
Yeah, so just make sure you have no allergies and get to testing.
And Nerds is one of my sister's favorite candies, so that's something that in my house growing up we were never on short supply of.
Nerds are great. And a fun thing we can do with Nerds, I'm using tonic water right here. All I mean, it's basically just carbonated water. You could use Sprite if you prefer. So Liz, what I'm going to have you do, pick your favorite color, and we're just going to dump them in there.
I like this. Should I pour all of them?
As many as you want, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So they're floating to the surface, right? Those bubbles are picking up the Nerds, and then the bubbles pop, and the Nerds float back down.
I feel like I've seen this done with raisins too. Are there other things that you can do with this?
I haven't tested it with raisins, but yeah, depending on the size of the bubbles you're getting and the size of your candy, you could use different things for sure. Sprite is a common one. You know, if you're an adult, maybe some champagne. Have a little sweetness in there.
Seems like the bubbles are the important part, though.
The bubbles are the important part. Now, if this was working right, we'd see some S's on the surface.
I think I see one right down here.
Yeah. So there's one in the corner, maybe one by the middle one, not floating quite yet. But you can see all of the dye just went right off the Skittles. If you want another experiment, you could taste them. What color did you put in? Does it still taste like that, right? The flavor should be in the Skittle, not the dye.
That's another fun blind taste test that you can do with everybody at home. And let me see, if people are going out to COSI, what's the best way for them to stay up to date with the exhibits that you have, the hours that you have going on?
So COSI.org has everything you need. Right now we've got our Doc McStuffins exhibit and pterosaurs, which are our favorite flying reptiles.
Ooh, and I've noticed too, it sounds like you have to go through the exhibit, but they are different from dinosaurs, but lived in that same age, right?
They are. They were alive at the same time, but pterosaurs are not actually dinosaurs, which our resident paleontologist is very excited about.
Ah, that is so fun. I love that there's always something going on, and this just goes to show there's science all around us, and you can even incorporate your Halloween candy into figuring that out.
Definitely. Science is everywhere, even in your Halloween candy.
Ah, well, Alyssa, thank you so much for showing us this collection of really fun experiments. Again, if you're interested in figuring out more about what's going on over at COSI, you can head over to their website, cosi.org, or to go through a few of these again, maybe you need a reminder of what to do with that leftover Halloween candy, you can head over to our website, nbc4i.com. So thanks, Alyssa.
Thanks, Liz.